Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here you can see every single item that is in the Snowy Escape pack, and I decided to make one lot where I use all of those items. I just think that's always a fun challenge because there's a lot of options or objects in the game, and I knew that it would be difficult to actually use all of them, but I really wanted to try. Especially, it's difficult because there's a lot of indoor furniture for like houses, but also for public lots and just like outdoor things to do. So I knew it would be difficult to fill one lot with everything. So yeah, I really wanted to try, and I think in the end it looks all right. There are some things that are a little bit weird in the end, but it's just how it was actually. And yeah, here you can see that I put down all the items in on specific like platforms, so I can move them around a little bit easier. And also I wanted to group them together a little bit, so all the doors and windows are in one of those platforms, and the like indoor furniture was on one. I've already moved it into a house, and I also did the wallpapers um, on the like door and window part, just so I wouldn't forget about those as well. And I put down the columns and the fences, and whenever I used one of them, I deleted it from that like part. And as you can see, I also used the fences and the gate. And yeah, I needed to use all those windows, which was a little bit difficult because there are a lot of them, and most of them they fit together really nicely, so that wasn't the problem. But the problem is that I only had so much wall space where I could put windows, so yeah, that was a little bit difficult. But in the end, I think I did all right. I also put down the curtain that we had and those window shutters and so on. So yeah, it was a lot to move around and like figure out where to put it. And I still had a little bit left in the end. I just didn't know where to put it. So for the moment, I moved it back. But then I noticed that some of the windows and stuff, because I put them down with move objects, they didn't come with that. So I noticed that I had a lot more left to do with that. So yeah, that was a little bit difficult to then notice and figure out as well. But yeah, as I already said, I think in the end it turned out alright. And yeah, here you can see that I'm basically finished with the house part. So all the items that normally are in the house are put down, and now I'm just like figuring out a few minor details. And I then moved on to the roof, and we also have, I think, three different roof colors or swatches. And yeah, I needed to use them as well, of course. So yeah, I put one down there, and I already knew that I wanted to build an onsen as well, just because we have items for that, and it wouldn't make sense otherwise. So yeah, I started that in the left hand back corner, and I used a few of those other windows that I still had left and a few doors as well, and that sign is just to denote, okay, this is that area or something. And I also used that fun wallpaper that we had, the tile. I didn't use that in the house just because I didn't want to, and I thought it wouldn't look as good. And yeah, I also used a different roof swatch, just so yeah, I had everything covered. And yeah, then I started with the like festival public part basically, and I put down all of those food trucks in like basically one curvy line, and the backs of them are towards the house, so they are basically a barrier between the house and that like festival part. and I also put down that huge statue just in like front of that or opposite the food truck line, and I still had a lot of those skis and snowboards left, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to fit them all in the house, and I decided to just make it like basically um, just a stand or something similar, so where they're sold, and yeah, I put that down. I thought that would be like a good use of that, because where else are you going to find so many of those, yeah, of the same thing in one area. I also decided that the tent would also be something that is sold there, just because, yeah, I needed to do something with it, and I thought that would make the most sense. So yeah, I put that down, and I think it looks good enough. So it's basically you come to the lot, and on the left side are all the food things, and on the right hand side you can go under the roof and shop for your skis or snowboards, and then when you come out of that area there's the public toilet and also a little bit of an open concept tea house basically. I just knew I still needed something there because I still had the tables and the bar left, and I thought, why not put that down? And yeah, that I did, and I think it actually looks quite fun. And of course, I think it's more of an area where it's a little bit warmer, so you could not put that down where it's really cold or really snowy, because with the open concept it wouldn't really make sense. So yeah, I knew that already, but I think it still looks cool. I also needed to move it, and because it's not really a house, I couldn't move it in one part, so I needed to move every part separately, but that wasn't really a problem. And now I'm putting down some fencing around the onsen, just so it's a little bit closed off, and a little bit cozier basically. And I also did a little bit more of the path and like just flooring in general, because I hadn't done that yet. Even in the house I hadn't put down flooring, and in the onsen as well. I also did some more of the wallpaper in the onsen. Yeah, I hadn't put that down yet either. And then I did the changing room slash shower in the onsen. So I just put down the showers and the dividers and some of the stools, and of course also the lockers. And I also put down several desks in the area around it, and some more landscaping with those stones with the sand around them. And of course I still needed to do the coloring of the different stands that I did. So the snowboard slash ski stand, and also the tea shop. And I also did some more terrain painting, just because I didn't want to use tiling, because that wouldn't really make it easy to make it's impossible to do tiling with like curvy lines. So I knew that I needed to use terrain paint for that, and yeah, I was happy to. I also did some more landscaping. I used a lot of base game for that, just because there's a lot of options there, and I really like some of those options. And then I moved back into the house, and basically I still needed to use some clutter and just move things around, so it actually makes sense and isn't like just put down wherever I thought it would fit maybe. So yeah, I still needed to do that. For example, the kitchen wasn't really furnished yet, or the dining room only had one chair. So yeah, I knew that I needed to do something there. I also put down. I really had difficulties with those tea sets, because like those shelving things, cupboards, just because it was difficult to find the space for them. And yeah, I also knew that I still needed to do the lights, just because I didn't have them everywhere, or I still had those filler lights, and I wanted to replace them with the lights from the pack. Or like just lights that are intentionally left there instead of just put there so I could actually see what I'm doing. I also did some more windows so people can enjoy like a view while they are in the onsen, for example. I then also put down more of the plants that we had. I also finished up the fountain in the back area, and I just decorated it, like everything, a little bit more. I changed the swatches of some of the items because I used every item at least once, but not every swatch of every item, because that would have been impossible. So yeah, I knew that I needed to, I couldn't do that, but I still needed to just do some finishing touches. So for example, the lights and so on, and the platform color, for example, and the outside there, and then I was finished. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Thanks very much for watching and have a great week. Bye!